Reforming Tomorrow is a comprehensive capital campaign seeking to raise $15 million to keep Knox at the forefront of theological education. It will transform almost every aspect of Knox College by funding new programs of study, an endowed chair, leadership initiatives, new technologies for teaching and research, and repairs and upgrades to the building. The campaign is organized around 3 priorities. Our first priority is to revitalize Christian ministries. Students come to Knox because they want to become dynamic and effective Presbyterian ministers and spiritual leaders. Support for the college through the Reforming Tomorrow campaign will allow us to strengthen our core courses and develop new programs of study that will prepare and inspire our students to revitalize Christian ministries in Canada and around the world. Our second priority is to rebuild our home. With the Toronto School of Theology and the University of Toronto at their disposal, Knox students have unparalleled access to resources and opportunities. Supporting Knox ensures that the building will remain a safe, accessible, and familiar home away from home for hundreds of students and residents, and, more importantly, that our students will be able to take full advantage of these resources and opportunities in an increasingly digitally connected and multicultural world. Our third priority is to reimagine leadership. While leadership is most felt locally, in an increasingly global community, leadership must be informed by internationally oriented experiences and understandings. Supporting Knox will allow the college to strengthen its partnerships with several theological seminaries around the world and grow resources that will allow students to become spiritual leaders with global, intercultural perspectives. Founded in 1844, Knox College is the oldest and largest of the Presbyterian Church in Canada's 3 theological colleges. Located at the heart of the University of Toronto's downtown campus, the college's current home was completed in 1915 and was designated a heritage site by the City of Toronto in 1983. Generations of graduates and former residents continue to feel a real connection with Knox because this is where they forged many of the most important relationships in their lives. They remain connected to Knox because of the sense of community they felt while living, studying, and worshiping here. For the past 100 years, the board, faculty, and staff of Knox have committed resources to ensure our residents and students have a safe and inspiring place to live and learn. Continuously exploring new directions in theological education and teaching, the college strives to cultivate and strengthen our students' faith, sense of curiosity, and desire to serve, so as to prepare them to be caring and dynamic leaders within their congregations and communities, so those congregations and communities flourish. The college's commitment to ensure its graduates become spiritual and community leaders is spelled out in Knox's identity, mission, and value statement, the foundation of what Knox is and does. To live and breathe these values requires planning 10 and even 20 years down the road, and developing a responsible plan for reaching set goals. Reforming Tomorrow is a key part of Knox's development plan. Reforming Tomorrow is the product of extensive research begun by Knox's Board of Governors in 2013 to assess the challenges and opportunities facing Knox as a theological college. The board examined Knox's programs and resources to ensure that Knox is offering courses that prepare students to meet the changing theological and spiritual needs of Canadians, taking advantage of changes in teaching, learning, and research to develop new ways of delivering courses and sharing resources so as best to meet the needs of students, and preparing graduates to excel within an increasingly multicultural and multi-faith world that places new demands on Christian leaders. To meet these challenges and opportunities, the Board of Governors decided that Knox would create a chair in pastoral studies and develop a Master's in Pastoral Studies program that prepares graduates to provide the spiritual leadership and care needed within organizations outside of the church, especially in healthcare facilities, prisons, and private practice counseling. Repair and modernize the college's aging facilities and infrastructure. Install smart technologies and grow online course offerings so Knox can offer dynamic online learning experiences, as well as strengthen Cavan Library's capacity to share research and other resources electronically. Strengthen Knox's existing leadership development initiatives, including field placements and community outreach. And increase Knox's research capacities, especially concerning the theological and spiritual practices and beliefs of non-European Christians in Canada and around the world. The board, faculty, and staff developed Reforming Tomorrow to raise the funds needed to achieve these goals. After careful costing, the campaign goal was set at $15 million. To be able to draw from all corners of the Presbyterian Church in Canada, Knox assembled a campaign team of volunteers, headed by a national and regional chairs with the experience needed to direct a truly national campaign. At the start of the campaign, the college approached key donors privately to make significant contributions. Thanks to the positive response from donors, by the fall of 2015, our team had raised almost one-third of our goal, about $5 million in realized and pledged gifts. With this support, Knox was able to install a lift to the chapel, install video conferencing technology in Knox's largest classroom, and restore the beautiful Norman slab glass window in Cavan Library. Starting in the fall of 2015, Knox began to approach congregations to raise the remaining $10 million. Your support for Knox through the Reforming Tomorrow campaign will allow us to move forward on a number of other projects that will not just revitalize, rebuild, and reimagine Knox, but also the church, congregations, and communities our graduates and former residents serve. Please see our campaign materials for a list of these projects and how your congregation can contribute.